Howdy, partner! It's Trevor from Gongs Limited, and I'm not gonna do this accent the whole time because it's gonna hurt my voice. I'm here with a stand assembly tutorial video for you at home with your TMGS-3 stand. Now, this stand comes with instructions, but there's no words, just pictures. So we're gonna show you in moving picture and word how the heck to put this thing together. In front of us, with the Gong stand parts taken out of the box and out of their wrapping, we've got these two side bracket pieces. These two little arms that will go inside of the bracket pieces once the brackets are put on the feet. Speaking of the feet, these are the feet. These big screw holes right here, these are where the plastic feet pads are going to be inserted, and it will be the bottom of the stand. And your bottom crossbar has no hooks, and the top crossbar has 2 hooks. So to start the stand, we're going to start off with the feet, and we're going to locate. The box will look like this. It'll be part of the packing inside of the stand box, but it's actually your black plastic feet parts for the very bottom of the feet. This will be your pads, so it'll actually touch the ground. So we're going to start things off by screwing this on in. There will be 4 total of these. Got that on there nice and tight. Bada boom. We've got the plastic bits on one foot. Now let's just repeat that process on your remaining foot. All right, about 200 cracks of black pepper later, and we've got both plastic feet assembled to the metal foot structure. So if you look at the feet, you'll notice that there are some holes right here. And this is going to be where we will line up the little V piece on our side bracket. So this will slide over this piece, and this screw hole will align with this hole here. And we'll use long wing screws to fit this to this. Those long wing screws and the rest of the wing screws and tools for assembly will be found in this nylon Meinl bag found within the box. So these washers will go underneath the stand, underneath the feet, and they will protect from these long wing screws. And these 2 long ones with the thread, these will be the ones that will go underneath the stand, coming up through like that. So I'm going to take this piece, this long, kind of funky looking guy, I'm going to slide it over here. I'm going to catch it because I've got Ultra Instinct. All right, so now I've got the stand in a manageable position. Feed this through. That is in there. Now you'll take 2 smaller nuts and wing screws found in a separate bag, and you'll secure, there's a hole right here and a hole right here on the inside facing the slanted part of the stand. We're going to secure that before we move on. I'll take my wing screw, I'm going to put the nut on.
The nut?
I'm going to put the washer on the wing screw first before I screw it in. That one in. Now, time for part 2. Boy howdy, we've got 1/2 of our stand, roughly 1/2 of our stand put together. So we're gonna set this to the side for now, and we're gonna just repeat all those steps on this other foot and leg section, and then we'll combine them with the lower crossbar. All right, now we've got our other half of this little foot, leg, side guy assembly installed. So now we're gonna take our lower crossbar. You'll notice there are 2 holes on this little catcher bracket. There's a hole on the bottom and a hole on the side facing the back of your stand, which will be this side with the slanted part that'll be facing backwards. So what you wanna do is take this crossbar, the one with no hooks on it, and you'll wanna line up these 2 holes on each side with the holes there, and use the same short wing screws with nuts, with washers. They're not nuts, they're washers. So I'm gonna take this piece, I'm going to set it over here, again, making sure that both my holes line up. And I find it's a little easier to get this started, at least, by just laying the stand down and doing it vertically so you don't have to hold it. Voila! Now I'll assemble the other side with the stand standing up. All right, so now we'll take these handy dandy putters here, and we'll put them in the stand. So this will be these little pieces right here. This is what's gonna catch your top crossbar. So you want these facing inward from each side, like so. And from here, you can adjust each side to be as tall or as short as you want it, depending on the size of your gong. So this is the part where we have a long wing screw with no thread on it. That'll go in the side. And the short wing screw with the thread, that'll go in from the front right here. And this will be the actual retention piece that catches this. And this slat will be the fail-safe to catch the hole that you can then adjust later on, depending on where you want your stand to be. Just for fun, we're gonna put it a couple notches up. So this piece does not need a washer because it will just go straight into the stand. It's gonna poke it for retention. So it's not gonna be completely flush. So if you have a washer in there, it might rattle around a little bit. You'll have a couple extra just in case you lose any of the ones for any of the other assembly, but this is going to be the only no washer moment in this stand assembly. Once it's snug, that's good enough. Because again, you have this bar here, this little side piece for fail-safe retention. So even if this wing screw just disappeared into the void, this would still be here to catch it. All right, repeat that step. So on this side, I've got 2 holes exposed, so I want the same for this guy. All right, that's in there to be my little placeholder. And now we're screwing. All right, for the grand finale, there are only 2 holes on this piece. So as you would imagine, you would want them facing downwards because the hooks are facing downward. Now, we're gonna do this just one side at a time. Ooh, yeah. Still just a little springy. So that way it's not laser tight when you're trying to get this on. So I'm gonna come from underneath. I'm gonna line these holes up. You may need to scoot it back out just a tiny bit, just to make these holes line up. And look at that. We have completely assembled our Meinl Sonic Energy TMGS-3 stand to hold a big hecking gong. It's not going anywhere. I was gonna hang from this, but I'm too tall. Hopefully this tutorial has been helpful, and thank you for checking it out. Thank you for gonging with us and suspending your gongs with us and Meinl. Thank you. Have a great day.